Hello, wonderful wizard of adventure. This is a quick tutorial overview of Campaign Tabletop, or CTT as Jochen and I call it. We created CTT to help game masters get up and running from zero to being able to start a game session within 5 minutes. I was finding that Foundry, Roll20, Fantasy Grounds, even as an experienced user, it still takes a while to set things up. And when I was doing one-shots during COVID and things like that, I just wanted a fast and simple solution to get up and running without a learning curve for Wizards of Adventure. So we created this, and it is free and part of your tool set if you are a Gold Plus Wizard of Adventure. So to log in, you would use your campaign ID, click this button. Campaign ID is the same login you use for Campaign Logger, Campaign Community, Campaign Profile. Your players can also access this, and for free, they do not have to pay a cent. They go through the registration system, same as that you went through to get your campaign ID at the very start initially when you became a Wizard of Adventure, and they just get their username and password, and then they're set. So once they've done that, they can join your campaign. So I will log in now. I have recently cleared my cache and history, so things will just take a little long to populate from the server. And so if this is your very first session, then you would put the name of your campaign or what the session is or whatever you like, whatever you want to call it, and then you would click Create Session. And then the second time you log in, it will be an option down here. Now I've got one campaign in play with Campaign Tabletop, so I will click that. It then populates this field here with the token, basically, the unique ID for this session. To invite your players to the session, you would copy and paste this token ID and mail it to them, email it to them. Then when they come to Campaign Tabletop, they would paste that into the join session value and then click join, and they're in. So again, just copy the ID, email it to them, and then they go to the site and paste it in. In the future, they will see the campaign in a blue box, and then it's just a one-click or a two-click operation for them as well. So once you've clicked this and click join, it will let you into your campaign. It will load the interface. So in the center here, I have, this is an abstract zone-based combat map that I created. It's just a template I use for generally old school essentials where I don't care so much about specifics of a map. And so we've got the interface here. The canvas is in the center. On the left, I have some windows that pop up, and on the right, I have some GM functionality. So I'll go through this quick. So in the user list up here, this is where all the players who have joined your campaign, this particular session, who are live right now in Campaign Tabletop, will be listed. And then here in group chat, people can type messages. You can see who's connected and stuff. And you can also roll dice if you want. You just go roll 1d6, and up will come your result, or whatever combination that you want. So it has a dice roller built into it. If you close those, to find them again, you can just click the people icon for the user list and the chat icon to bring up the group chat again. Also in the menu, now that I'm here, you can review your profile settings, and then there's a beginner's guide that goes through in text, in a document, a lot of what I'm showing you here. Then in the canvas, you can move the tokens around. The players can only move their own tokens that have been assigned player, and so therefore you have sort of the control that you're familiar with from other VTTs. So if I expand the Game Master menu sidebar, I see all of the maps, which we call boards, that I've uploaded here to date. I can click on this, and this is the the village of Fairhill, which is actually using a Temple of Elemental Evil map with all the numbers and stuff. And then I'm seeing this, but if I want the players to see this, then I would click this link that says Show Map to Players. If you want to get rid of any maps, clear things up, then you can go to Delete Map. And what I usually do is I have an introduction graphic. I click Show this map to Players. And so when they log in for the next session, they will see this as kind of a placeholder mood setting image. And then, but in the meantime, I can operate and set up any maps that I like without the players seeing what I've got going on. So I will go back to, let me use this map here. So here, there's a few things going on. So this is a map of the square hunk of land that the players received as a reward for escorting a caravan safely to Fairhill. The land parcel that they received, the title, unfortunately is a swamp, and it contains bandits. So now the players are in the process of clearing the bandits and exploring the swamp. I've used the pin or marker feature here to note several things for myself. You get a title and a description, and then you can delete and add all the markers that you like here. Players cannot see these, only I can. If we go to the grid, you have various grid options. You can play around with these, but it's the type and the size, and this allows you to calibrate maps with CTT. Token management. So you have a token library. You can upload whatever tokens you want. I can't remember. I think you have a gigabyte library size, which is a large amount. These are the ones that I've got uploaded right now. And mounted tokens are the ones that are on the map currently if you want to access those quick. And then if you access a token, you can see that I've typed in the name party here. So I've just represented the party as just a single entity on this map because it's more of a location map, not a battle map. You can change the size of the location. It goes up in half-point increments. So you can make your tokens big or small. And then you can name it. And so actually there's a better board here if I have not changed things too much that I think I can show another token hack that I use. Shoot, no, I don't. I've cleaned up my maps. So I'll drag this guy out. Halfling Muncher. I name my monsters to provoke my players sometimes. And one of them is a halfling. So I called this giant toad Halfling Muncher. So here, if I select the token, what I started doing is putting in their armor class and their current wound level. So in the map itself, the players can see in a very simple fashion what they need to hit to kind of reduce the number back and forth. I don't care if the players know exactly the number, especially after the first time they encounter a monster. It makes things go quicker. And then at the end, I've got the hit points, and so they can see how it's wounded, and they can decide which to target. And so basically, I'm saying you can use the text field to communicate a variety of things. This is a bit of a hack. So in the token library, when you upload a token or edit a token, you can put tags on them. So if I were to call this a player token and click done, then in the player category, a preset, so basically whatever tags you use will start to appear along the menu here. I've got now a token here for players, and then monsters and so on. So I don't know if this one's got a monster token or monster. Here, let's choose a different one. This one. Great, I didn't hit return, that's what happened. So now I'll see that in my, my monster token set. So this is a way to organize your tokens. And then if you go to edit tokens and then upload tokens, you can upload from your hard drive en masse if you like, or one at a time. Okay, next feature is Fog of War. So you can turn it on and off. And then you choose a drawing mode. So if I were, so you can see here, I've got Fog of War turned on, and I've got it blocked off at in this top level. This is where I hide my monster tokens to pre-populate maps during prep to make it a bit faster. And so if I want to add Fog of War, then I can just hold down the Alt key and just freeform draw shapes. And those will turn into fog. And then if I want to remove Fog of War, it's the same function. I'm holding down the Alt key and then trying to close the shape, and then that will ultimately eliminate the fog of war. And so I can just draw fog before the session, and or I'll get back to that in a second, and then just eliminate the fog of war as I go on. So let me eliminate that. Don't want it there. And I will return halfling muncher. Oh, I didn't close the loop there. And then I'll just move halfling muncher back to the hidden corral. So I've just drawn a little fog of war at the top of this map to hide my tokens. With fog of war, the other thing I wanted to mention is that if you turn it on for a new map, you'll instantly have fog of war for the entire map by default. And then you can just carve out the holes of visibility that starts with. So as a hack there. You can also instantly remove all of your stuff if you use the remove polygons feature, and you can undo your last polygon that you drew, whether that was adding fog of war or removing it that way. Close. There's a little X at the top here to close this to give you more visibility. And that's it in a nutshell. So here you've got fog of war, you've got map management, as well as map grid and or movement and mechanisms management. You've got your token library, a number of ways to manage your tokens. Also you can remove tokens from the map by highlighting it and click the remove button. And then in the edit token, you can use the delete button to actually delete them from your library. So you've got token management there. You've got fog of war management. And then this is where you can set pins in your map, which I showed you on that other map earlier. So that's it. I hope this makes sense. Reach out to me on the forum or by email if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.